Namaste, Power Crew. Welcome to the Power Trip Podcast. I'm with my boy JD.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Good.
Happy to be here.
I know. You know, JD, a.k.a. Nav's buff cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that somebody Instagram, man, people just
Dude, it's hilarious, man, because I didn't even think, because I've known you for a little while, I didn't even think that. I listened to that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
And as soon as like you posted that thing, I'm like, dude, you fucking look just like him. That's hilarious.
yeah, I mean, it's a compliment to me.
I mean, to me, I would take it as a compliment. That
Yeah.
dude's legit.
He makes some good music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do music too, man.
Yeah. So I've been doing music for, I want to say at least 10, 12 years.
Damn, really?
Yeah, me and my buddy, we just started off just messing around. Like,
Yeah.
hey, let's, record some stuff, and just kind of stuck with it over the years,
Yeah.
We lose touch here and there, but we always find a way to, hey,
Yeah.
let's make some new content.
Hey, that's like how like my group of friends were. We were in bands in high school together, early 20s and stuff. Then we all kind of like went our own ways, but now we're all kind of doing individual stuff,
Mhm.
which is pretty cool. And we still get together, occasionally and do a thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
It's just, I think the whole process is what I like. Like,
Yeah.
just you get a beat you like, and
Yeah.
you're just like hanging out, like, let's vibe to this, And
Yeah.
I could write a song in 5 minutes.
Oh, dude.
You
I
know?
mean, that's legit because a lot of people sometimes will overthink it and just struggle.
Right.
So you can do a whole song, like start to finish, verses, choruses, everything.
Everything, yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's legit, man. It takes me like a
Yeah.
whole night to do a song.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody always tells me, like, man, what the heck? Like, you're done writing your stuff already? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, it just kind of comes, Like,
Yeah.
record it, see what it sounds like, and most of the time it sounds good,
Usually, dude, what I realize is like your first intuitions are normally the best.
Mhm.
Because then when you start like overthinking stuff, it's just just doesn't flow. It's kind of like you're capturing a moment. Is how I always think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think some of the best songs have came out of, like, experiences,
Well, yeah, you got to write about real stuff.
Right.
Like that's key because I think if you're trying to pretend to be someone else, it comes through. Like people
Mhm.
can tell, like, okay, this guy's not legit. Like he's not living this lifestyle, and it's just all phony.
It's kind of sadly what the music has become nowadays, I mean,
You don't think all these guys are really living that rock star lifestyle?
out here with guns and drugs and
You don't
doing
think
all
they're
these
you don't
lavish,
think,
crazy.
You don't think they're selling dope and
Yeah. I
having
mean,
all the bitches and hoes and
I-
living in mansions and driving Lambos and shit?
if they are, good for them, but sounds good.
Hey, you know what's interesting, man? Because I was like watching some stuff on YouTube about how the music industry is a scam, kind of,
Mhm.
or how the artists get screwed, basically. And it's like, man, a lot of these guys are actually broke
Yeah.
because they actually owe the record label money.
Yeah.
They get like an advance, apparently. Could be $1 million.
Sounds
and
good
then-
at beginning.
Well, it does, and then you're like paying for all your recording,
Mm-hmm.
all your marketing,
Everything.
the lavish lifestyle, you know.
They go out and buy a chain and a car, and hey,
Yeah.
I'm broke again.
I know, and then you're like the label owns everything.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for independent artists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into it. I like listening to independent artists, SoundCloud, finding new people to support.
You rarely find. I mean, I think a lot of these artists now that are famous, like like J. Cole.
Yeah.
and these dudes, they own their own masters, which is
Yeah.
what they're trying to push off on other people. Like, hey, you can do it, like.
Yeah, that's the thing, especially like these days, man. Stuff has come a long way because I remember back in the day, like maybe like 10 years ago or something, like when I was doing music in like a band format,
Yeah.
not like how it is now with everyone doing like hip hop kind of stuff. We would go to the studio. It was really expensive to get a recording that doesn't even sound as good as what I can do right now on my laptop, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like so accessible now, and I love it.
Yeah. I mean, in your own comfort as well,
Oh, I know.
It's huge.
It is because it's like you can just be by yourself, set your own vibe, and kind of do your thing without having to be in a. I always thought the environment in a studio isn't necessarily like chill enough because it's like you got a dude on the other side of a piece of glass, and you're like by yourself in a booth, and
Just
like
staring
okay,
at you.
okay, yeah, you're like at the zoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go.
And then you're like, nah, I don't like that one.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I've done that a few times, and it's just like you kind of feel rushed, like
Okay, you can't take as many takes as you want.
I paid for this session, and it's like I only have this amount, so I got to do it right,
Yeah.
And you're just like overthinking
It's a lot of
it.
pressure,
Yeah.
I like having just chill, do as many times as I want. Because sometimes I'll do 20 times, sometimes I'll do 2.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Yeah.
You know, it just depends on the mood.
Yeah. Music's fun, man. It's a good
Yeah.
little outlet.
Yeah.
Kinda,
So
kind of like the gym for me, you know.
yeah, when you gonna be releasing some stuff?
I have like 3 songs on SoundCloud. That
Yeah,
I
I
just,
checked out your other song.
I
That was legit.
kind of just, those were like, one of them was like 10 years old. The
Oh
other
shit, it's that old?
Yeah, the other one was
damn.
like maybe 5, and then
Yeah.
that last one, the Scars
Mhm.
one, I made that one maybe 6 months ago.
Oh,
And
nice.
just decided to drop it. Like, hey, you know, it's a different little sound.
Dude, you
that
should
I-
put that on like Spotify.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about
It's
that.
not too expensive.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
legit. And then that way people can have. I mean, I use SoundCloud, but I don't feel like the average person really uses SoundCloud that often. That's more for like people that are into indie stuff.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of threw it out there. I got a buddy that actually does music, and he's been putting stuff out. You know, put like 3 things out, and he put it on like iTunes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, you can put it on.
Yeah.
There's like a way you can get it on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, basically even TikTok, Instagram stories, the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so you got to get yourself that way. You get paid for streams.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no knowledge of that.
Yeah,
stuff,
you know, if you get like 1,000 streams, you might get 50 cents. It's
Well.
like, dude, they pay you like nothing for real.
Yeah.
It's like 0.0001 cent per stream or something crazy.
well, I'm not looking to get rich, man.
No,
make
no,
some
I just
music,
laughed though when
you
it
know?
goes like, okay, yeah, you're gonna get paid, you're gonna get your, you get your royalties, and it's pretty much nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta be getting like millions of streams to get any kind of revenue from that.
that's tough.
Yeah, people are gonna want to hear it, and especially after we're doing this episode, they're gonna want to check out your stuff.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start pumping out some content.
Well, that's the thing. That's gonna force you to have to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, you know. It's like I got some free time. Let's do it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about having fun. Keep it fun. What's your process like?
I usually just search for beats, you know, and then
Yeah.
I listen to like 100 beats, and I'm like,
Yeah, I like that way too.
boom, you know, I got this one. Okay,
Mhm.
let's see what I can do. Sometimes I'll write, you know, a little something. I'm like, let's hear something else.
Yeah.
You
On to
know?
the next one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it just all depends on the mood. Like,
Yeah. Do you
what
ever
are
try
feeling, you know?
get like your little hook melody and then you just do that over a bunch of different kind of beats, that same one?
Yeah.
Because I do that too sometimes because I'm like, okay, this is the beat for that melody. This is
Right.
the one, you know?
Yeah, that's usually how it works
Yeah.
sometimes too. Yeah, it's a process, but
Yeah.
I like it.
That's cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I mean, it only takes you 5 minutes to write a song. So we'll expect an album in like 2 weeks.
Shoot, man. I get my buddy to be consistent, and we get some stuff laid down real quick.
Hey, that's why you gotta produce yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta just get your own
Yeah,
setup, man.
I gotta invest, man.
Yeah, invest like $1,000, dude, and like you can have. There's access to pretty much you can get all the plugins and everything. All you need is like the mic interface and some kind of software.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can do it.
I should.
Yeah, you should. The people are gonna want it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, that's good. And then so you're doing the gym training too.
Yeah, so I've been working out for like a good, I want to say 4 years.
Oh yeah.
Taking it seriously. Then I was helping someone move, ended up messing up my back. Nothing gym related, which was
Oh really?
totally messed me up.
But were you working out before you were doing this, or?
Yeah, so
Oh, really?
You know, I was like powerlifting and
Yeah.
doing all this stuff, and I was looking to compete. I actually wanted to do a powerlifting
Mm-hmm.
contest, and help someone move, carrying a headboard, and boom,
See,
everything just changed.
See,
you know?
guys, this is why you don't move. That's why you don't. If you're in the gym, you only lift weights. You don't lift anything else.
Yeah, that's as far as it goes.
Hey, remember, it's all show, no go.
Yeah. Unless you're gonna compete, honestly, there's really no need for lifting heavy.
I agree because you're
Yeah.
more likely to snap your shit up, and then because in my opinion, it's all about just like long term, just keep doing it over and over again versus trying to get like one heavy lift.
Right.
It's all ego driven, and then you just end up like messing your back up. Anytime I've gotten hurt, because I was just doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened, and I ended up having surgery late
damn.
May, and maybe 3 months, a little bit of a recovery, somewhat, and then I just went back into the gym one day. I'm like, man, I'm gonna try this out again. Let's go.
So it was bad enough to get surgery.
Yeah.
What was it?
I had 3 slip discs in my lower back.
Damn.
They were all, about, I don't know if people know the sizes of things, but like 8 millimeters is
Yeah.
kind of a lot.
Is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that very
No,
much.
it sounds very small, but when
Yeah.
you really look at it, it's like hey, what's going on?
So it was like it just was causing a lot of like stabbing pain in your back or something.
Yeah, so it was just weird. Like, I was fine after the move,
Yeah.
and then maybe like a week or two later, just boom, it hit me. Like, dang, I woke up and I felt like an old man.
Oh, really? It wasn't instantaneous.
No, not at all. And
Huh.
yeah, I just woke up one day and I couldn't, like, slouched over like an old man. I'm like, what the heck
Oh, your
happened?
back was all rounded and stuff.
Yeah, like I couldn't really straighten myself out, which
Oh,
was
wow.
like, dang, what the heck?
Yeah.
So I went and got an MRI, and they're like, man, you really messed your back up. So they want to do all these things like epidurals, and I tried a
shit,
few of
yeah.
them, but it's like, honestly, you're putting a Band-Aid on a big issue.
I'm surprised they had to do a surgery. They couldn't just like go to a chiropractor to kind of like move that shit
I-
back into place.
Tried it all.
Yeah, it didn't help, huh?
You name it, I did it.
Damn.
You
I
know?
mean, that's the thing, because I feel like a lot of people experience back pain. They don't know how to get rid of it.
Right. A lot of it has to do with posture, though.
Yeah.
If you're not really lifting and doing like crazy stuff like that, a lot of it has to do with the posture of someone. Just sitting here, you're sitting at home, and you're just kind of like,
Yeah, you're not really paying
Slowly,
attention to
you
it.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're slouching like this and you're not activating your core, that those muscles get weaker. And then over time, as those muscles weaken, when you actually do use them to pick something up, then you're snapped up.
yeah,
Yeah. But you were lifting though.
yeah. So lifting a headboard, maybe.
But I mean, you were
30.
lifting weights before that. It wasn't like you were like not trained.
You're right.
That's what's interesting.
Right. So I guess what they said was, because I was taking something up the stairs, I might have just not even really paid attention and
Oh yeah,
You know,
loosened up
boom.
for a second, and the next thing you know, you're
just
all.
slipped.
That
Yeah.
sucks,
So
man.
that whole process was like a whole year's worth of
Rehab stuff.
just trying to figure out what should I do before I get surgery. Like, let's exhaust all these.
Yeah, you're
options.
trying everything else before to not have to do surgery. Obviously,
Yeah.
they end
So
up getting surgery anyways.
ultimately, it's like, hey, let's do this.
I know that's crazy, man. So how do you strengthen your back now?
So now that I've been back, a few months, I've just been taking it slow,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of filling out my body, what it can take right now,
Yeah.
what it can't. I can't really run on the treadmill.
I'm not
So
a big running fan either.
Yeah, so I
Just
just
saw impact.
so a lot of impact. So
Yeah.
I just switched over to the Stairmasters.
Oh,
That's my cardio.
That's probably
right
better cardio, anyways.
now. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So do that, and then just this past week, I just started hitting back. Like, I felt comfortable
Oh,
enough
really?
to do it. After,
Yeah.
After what, May 25th, I had surgery. So
Oh, so it's been several
a
months.
few months.
Yeah.
So finally felt comfortable
Mhm.
doing that. So now I feel like, hey, I won't ever do deadlifts again. There's really no point to
No.
it, for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to do certain lifts. Like people think you got to do it a certain way. If you're not squatting, if you're not deadlifting, if you're not benching, you're
Right.
not doing it right. But it's
Right.
like, says who?
Yeah. It's the ego thing,
It's all ego and it's a bunch
wanna-
of peer pressure.
Right.
Because I personally, I don't like barbell benching.
Yeah, or squats with the bar, like
No, I-
anything spine bearing. I'm trying to stay away from.
Dude, I rarely do squats with the bar, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like leg press does pretty good.
yeah, leg
You know,
press,
and it stabilizes
some
my
goblet
back really good,
squats.
yeah.
Those are my favorite.
But dude, those work your core really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I never had a good squat, to be honest. Like a back squat with the bar. My squat was never super strong. And it just never felt right.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
way my body mechanics are.
Yeah, I used to get up there, man. I used to have some heavy lifts.
Oh yeah.
But it's all down the drain now.
Hey, you find new things to get into. Like
yeah.
as time goes on, you just find new ways to work out. That's what I did.
I'm honestly just happy to be able to lift again.
Yeah.
Just like such a huge part of my life. Like,
Oh, same here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like just being able to go to the gym and put your headphones on.
Yeah.
Get lost in a workout, and you're
Yeah.
just like, man, I feel good after. There's that adrenaline high
It's,
after.
it's true. You get those endorphins after your workout, and it's funny that a lot of people that aren't into fitness and working out, they look at it as like a chore.
Mm-hmm.
But like people
Yeah.
like yourself and like myself, I look forward to it and it feels good. I love training. It's my favorite part of the day.
Right.
But a lot of people just don't understand that if they never got into it, they never got over the hump of working out where it's not like just exhausting, where it becomes fun.
Yeah, it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
I have fun every time, even when I'm doing cardio and I hate it.
How do you keep yourself busy during cardio? Music
Honestly,
or what?
Yeah, I just put on like some Slipknot,
Yeah.
Just put on something crazy to just
To hype you up.
get your butt moving,
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I try to cover that number, the little clock or whatever.
Yeah.
I try to cover that thing up and just let's go until I can't really.
How long's your average cardio session?
Like 15 minutes.
Dude, it's funny when I used to do cardio. I don't do cardio anymore. I'll be like, okay, I'm doing 30 minutes on the stair climber, and it'd be like, okay, 10 minutes pass by. Okay, I'm like, okay, I only got 20 minutes left. That's only 5 minutes times 4.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, counting it down like that. It's just like always like, oh, it's only if I have to do this. And I'd always tell myself, okay, then you're almost there, then you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would try to read. That was my time when I would be reading on the stair climber.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I was actually watching some Netflix, the other day. I put it on. I'm just like, hey.
Put a movie on. Next thing you know, you did an hour of cardio. You're like, wow, I did an hour of cardio.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You're all dripping sweat. Just like covered.
Whatever works, man.
Hey, as long as you get an exercise in.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're trying to lose weight, though, they say it's mostly diet related.
Yeah, calorie deficit type
Yeah.
stuff. Not a lot of people know. They struggle with.
Yeah, you just got to do a lot of cardio, but sometimes you can just eat less.
Yeah, honestly.
That's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat or just don't eat junk. If you're gonna eat,
Yeah.
eat things that are, nutrient dense.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Meal prep. You meal prep?
Yeah. So I try to eat. I eat 5 times a day.
5 times, dude. That's
Yeah.
rough. That's hard.
It is rough.
Yeah.
But I just getting back into it. I'm like, hey man, when I got hurt, that whole year I put on like 20, 25 pounds.
Oh shit! Because were you not active at all?
Nothing.
Oh man.
Yeah. So now that I'm back, I'm like, dude, you need to really get your ass in gear.
Yeah. You're like, I'm taking this seriously. So
yeah. So I got my 5
doing all your
meals.
macros, doing the whole thing.
Yeah, man, I enjoy it though. You gotta enjoy it. Some
Well,
people,
yeah.
they hate those meals, but it's like, dude.
We make something you like then.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to. That's why I
really-
tell people all the time. I'm like, look, you don't have to do my diet. I do the plant-based thing. You don't have to do what I'm doing.
Right.
Do something that you enjoy, because if you enjoy it, you're more likely to stick with it.
Exactly.
Because if you try to do my thing and you hate it, you're gonna last like a week,
Right.
and then you're just gonna go back to eating whatever you're eating before, and it's not healthy. So it's like a lifestyle change, really.
Right. And they say it takes 3 to 4 weeks to form a habit.
Yeah.
So it's like going to the gym. The first 2 weeks are like the hardest.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
After that, it's like, hey man, I'm having fun now.
Oh, I know. I remember my first time going to the gym. I didn't know anything. I was intimidated, and I was skinny, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, everyone's looking at me. They're looking at how weak I am. I can't even bench the bar. Then you like, now that I've been into working out for over a decade, people just don't care about you.
Yeah.
They just don't. They're not going like. I've never seen one person that's in shape ever look at a newbie that's like barely benching anything and go talk shit like, hey guys, look at this guy over here.
Right.
I've never seen that.
Right.
But people are all in their head about it. Like when they're first starting to work out, they think that that's what happens. All the fit girls, all the buff dudes, they're all talking shit about you, and like they're legit. They don't even notice you.
Honestly,
they don't.
When I see that, like when I actually do notice it, and I'm like, man, good for you. You know?
That's what I think too. When I see a
Like-
newbie in there, I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's like cool. You're taking a step to, be
Better
better.
yourself. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm always giving tips to people if they're look like they can use a tip.
Yeah.
Help them out. Because I want to encourage them to keep working out, not discourage them by making them feel intimidated and
Right.
feeling like crap for being weak. And they look for any excuse to not do it. Like, well, see, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried and I got made fun of, so can't be here.
Gets jaded.
But that's not, those people didn't really want to work out in the first place. They're just looking for that like one excuse. See, I tried, guys.
Yeah.
I tried, but see, these guys are just so mean to me.
Yeah.
But I've never really experienced any kind of, like maybe just very few times I've seen an asshole.
Yeah.
That guy was just an asshole, though.
There are some people like that though. They just have really terrible gym etiquette.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
We walk around with like this
I don't notice that like at
it's like-
BSF, though, because everyone there's really respectful.
very respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that at 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of those other gyms, no gym etiquette. No one putting weights away. People
No.
giving you the dirty looks and stuff. I'm like, come on, man. I'm just trying to work out here. Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, they got like 4 machines with like a towel and a water,
Yeah.
and it's
And
like,
he's like,
oh.
bro, I was using that.
I'm like, what?
It's like, what? There's nothing here. Yeah, it's just that's not taught. Gym etiquette's not taught. But I feel like a lot of it should be common sense. Like, be respectful. Put your shit away. Don't leave a mess.
I feel like it's a reflection of that person.
Well, it is.
Imagine what their house looks like.
Oh, it probably looks like. Well, they just don't care. You just see people just tear up the equipment, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? We need to use this for the next who knows how many years till they're gonna replace it again.
Right.
You gotta take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I always notice that, man. Like with a lot of gyms, Some of them keep it together, but a brand new gym opens up. You're like, wow, this is super nice. Then progressively over the next couple of years, you just see it just start to slowly degrade.
Things start going missing.
Yeah, things go missing. Things go. I remember I was hearing, because I have a membership at 24 also, and one of the staff was telling me that people were stealing the little silver dumbbells.
Yeah, or even
they're stealing the dumbbells and kettlebells and stuff.
Like the little
the clips.
The clips
Yeah.
and like the things that go on the cables.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck are you guys doing?
Well, I don't know what they're going to use it for. That's what I want to know.
And then they put that the new 24 in Ventura was like no bags allowed on the.
Yeah.
On the.
That's because people were stealing shit.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why we can't have good things, because people have to go and like, oh, look, a kettlebell, I better just steal it.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you going to do with it? Just come to the gym and use it. Why do you have to steal it? I don't understand that.
Yeah. That's why we can't have nice things.
That's
man.
exactly why. It's just, I just want to know what's going through the person's head that goes, I'm stealing these weights.
Yeah.
Maybe they were thinking like, oh, we're going to get locked down at some point, so I better get these weights.
They knew something.
They
we
knew
didn't,
COVID was coming.
They knew something.
They
we
knew
didn't.
that we weren't going to be able to work out for like, let's see, how long were we locked down for? March?
Man.
Since March?
Good,
April, May,
good
June,
90
July,
days
August,
at least,
September,
huh?
October. 6 months. I mean,
Yeah.
the gyms were open for a small period of time in, was it April or May?
I think it was May.
Okay, so it was open for like 3 weeks in May. or something like that.
It happened pretty. I mean, BSF's been they closed for like a month, I think.
Did they close?
I think like a month just to kind of
Yeah.
But I mean,
Hey.
come on, man. Like, how are you supposed to survive? Like, just
You
getting
can't. I mean,
stuck,
I mean, with these businesses, man, I don't see how it's a sustainable business model to be able to just stay shut down, and with no funding from the state or anything like that.
Right.
They're supposed to do some funding for the Ventura businesses. They had like a COVID relief funding or something like that.
Oh wow.
And like, because I have a business, so obviously I applied for it, and that was back in March, April, and then I just got an email saying, "Hey, we're looking into the applications." So now we're like in
Yeah.
almost November.
The end of the year.
So it's for like $5,000, I think, or something like that. I'm not sure the exact amount, but the thing is, businesses have been shut down since like March, and they're still trying to figure out the funding situation.
Right.
It's not really, and then there's no rent relief and stuff like that. People are paying on the commercial properties. Still got to pay your taxes. Got to get your permits still.
You got to pay rent. You
Yeah.
got car payments. You got to buy food. It's like
Yeah, so my opinion is, if you really want everything to be locked down, lock it down, give people enough money to eat, don't have rent or anything like that, and just like shut it down for the month or whatever, and then go back to how you were.
All right.
You can't just say like, hey, shut down, and
Good luck.
you'll figure it out.
Good luck.
Don't worry about it. You got this, guys.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
I mean, there's a lot of businesses that are not coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah, a lot of them have closed down for
Yeah,
good.
they're just like not going to be able to open up again, especially in the fitness industry, because it seems like they've been really hit the hardest because of all the regulations and stuff. And honestly, a lot of the stuff does not make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that BSF really makes it through, because Josh and Lindsay are like the coolest people.
Oh,
you'll
I know.
ever meet,
Hey, you know, I have a membership there. I support them.
Yeah.
That's why I got a membership there, and I signed up for the whole year, because I'm like, hey guys, we need you. So we need a place to work out just in case we get locked down again.
Legit, like the only gym that's really,
There was a couple.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the only one that I've heard of.
There was House of Gains in Port Hueneme.
Oh, okay.
It's not as big as BS. I've never been there, but I know they were low key open. I don't know if I should be saying that right now, but I just know people that were working out there, and then I think some other like small places were just kind of like just doing stuff like, hey, shut the door, stay quiet kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny that you have to be like, breaking the rules just to work out.
Right.
It's like, hey guys, it's like you're doing a drug deal, but just trying to get a workout in.
Just trying to get my adrenaline high, man.
It's almost like back in the day in Prohibition, the speakeasies.
Yeah.
You got to say the special words and stuff.
What's the password?
You a cop?
You got to tell me if you're a cop, right?
Cause is that real? I wonder if that's
No.
real. I don't think.
No, I don't know.
I don't think that's real. I don't think if a cop's undercover, they have to tell you that they're a cop.
Yeah.
They ask you if you're.
I watch too many movies.
I know they say that in all the movies. Like, you ask them if they're a cop, and they have to tell you. I'm like, I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. You got to tell me if you're a cop, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know who's a cop. It's true.
Yeah.
Got to watch out, you know.
Not
That's why you don't.
Not nowadays. Yeah.
Hey, you know, the cops, they all have the tattoos and the whole thing. It's like you never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing, you know.
I got a buddy. He's a cop in Oxnard. He's got a little sleeve on him
Yeah,
too.
dude, I used to work for the sheriff's department. A lot of the guys had the full sleeves and stuff. You're like, if you saw them on the street, you would not think cop.
Yeah. You know, back in the day, I wanted to be a firefighter. You know.
Oh, really?
And like, I got super discouraged because I have a bunch of tattoos. You know.
Yeah, firefighters don't allow tattoos, right?
No,
That's
yeah.
what my buddy was telling me. He was
Yeah.
trying to apply, but he had tattoos and he couldn't get in.
Yeah, I already had took like 3 classes.
I wonder why that
You
is.
know, and then they told me like, hey, you know, you can't do this program. You have tattoos. I'm like, what? You know, this is what I wanted to do.
Well, I don't see why. Is that just a Ventura thing, or is that a?
I have no idea.
Sounds like a
I was taking that. They had that class over there in Camarillo.
Yeah, oh, at the
So,
academy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was there for a little bit, and then I heard that, kind of got discouraged. I'm like, man, that sucks. But like I've seen, you know, firefighters that actually have tattoos. So I wonder like
Yeah.
what the process is for
Maybe
that.
they won't hire you with tattoos, but if you're already hired and you got them, then
Right.
it's too late.
Yeah.
I just didn't. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's such
Tattoos
a
are so common.
super common
Yeah.
thing now. It's like,
It's like, what do they want? Maybe they just don't want tattoos showing, which I understand that. Wear a long sleeve shirt, no
Right.
big deal.
I'd happily do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, you can't have a beard though.
Yeah.
You gotta shave that thing.
No, man.
Mustaches
This-
only.
This is my glory, my pride and glory.
I know. So you can't be no firefighting now that you have a beard.
Yeah, yeah. Some places when I was going through nursing school,
Yeah.
they made me shave.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Nurses can't have beards for what reason?
Your guess is as good as
Well,
mine.
I had
you know?
when I worked for the sheriff's department in the jails. I couldn't have a beard either.
Right. I
So
think it's like
that's
a
why-
professionalism
that's why I got this
thing
right
or
now, you know?
something. I don't know.
That's why when you see someone with a beard, apparently it means that guy's doing his own thing
Yeah.
because
yeah.
you're not allowed to have these apparently.
Yeah. So I mean, right now I'm doing home health, you know, and
Yeah.
hospice work, and they don't care, you know. It's like,
How's that going with all the COVID stuff?
you just got to stay covered up, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of these people are just like, we're over this stuff, you know.
Really?
Like, you know, do what you got to do, and hopefully this will all pass, you know, at some point.
Yeah. So are they not able to get visits and stuff?
They can get visits. A lot of the like the doctor's offices are like closed. They only see you through like a virtual appointment.
Yeah. You had a doctor's appointment through like Zoom or something.
Yeah, which is like super impersonal, you know.
Well, and to me, it's like, did I even have to do this?
Right.
You know, because like, you know, just your yearly checkup, you know, I'm like, this,
Like, how did you check how I'm doing through like looking at me, you know? Like,
you sounded good.
yeah.
You're good.
And check my lungs or
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, no, they can't do like a physical or anything like that, you know.
Right.
But I wonder, because you're in the health field, like how bad do you think this COVID stuff is?
Honestly, at first I was like, man, this really sucks, you know.
Yeah.
People losing their jobs, people getting sick, and then, you know, just kind of like reading and looking at the stats and like all this stuff. It's just like, are we really like, are people really falling for this stuff? Like, I get there's probably a virus. I'm not gonna deny.
Yeah, I
that,
would say there's probably a virus
you
too.
know,
Yeah,
but like, how bad is this virus?
that's what I
really,
want to
you
know.
Like, where's the flu at? Did it just disappear? You
It's
know, like,
COVID now.
It's like what's going on here, man? Yeah.
Well, they were saying that it seems like every like news story, it's like, okay, second wave is coming, second wave is coming. It's like they're trying to let you know that we're gonna lock down again. So just let you guys know, second wave is coming. Because I don't know, I've known a couple people that have gotten it, but no one that's gone like ICU sick,
Right.
vent sick, you know.
Right. Yeah, and I have a few friends that actually got it too.
Yeah.
Which they were like, oh, I was sick for like a day, and then you know they told me to just stay home for 10 days because
Yeah.
I'm contagious, and boom,
Right.
you're done. You know.
Yeah.
So-
That's what's interesting. I always like to ask people that are working healthcare, nurses, you know, stuff like that, just to see like what their thoughts are on it.
Right. I mean, I don't know what the hospitals are like, but like I was working at a pain management. And
Yeah.
Doing the hospice thing, it's like, it doesn't seem like a crazy deal for people. you
Yeah.
know? A lot of people are like over it. You know,
It's
like,
just, I mean, like, to be honest, because I see it, you know, when I'm out, and then I see it on social media. I don't think anyone's taking it serious. They're like partying now, getting together. You know what I mean? I'm seeing like people at Halloween parties, no mask, the
Yeah.
whole thing. When I'm out at the store, I was at where was I, like Target or Walmart, just the other day, like a family, and there's like this little girl. It's like, imagine trying to have a little kid wear a mask. So this little girl was like taking off her mask, rubbing her face, all kinds. I'm like, that's definitely spreading virus. If there's virus there, that's definitely spreading because she's like touching her face like crazy. And then I noticed for myself, when I'm wearing the mask, I feel like I'm touching my face way more.
Right.
Because it's like, trying to adjust it or I got to move it or something. So I feel like I'm touching my face way more than if I didn't have the mask on.
Right. People don't even wear them the right way,
Oh, I know. Most people don't have their nose. I mean, I'm guilty of that, to be honest.
It's just like, come on, man. Like, it's...
These
cloth masks are going to stop a microparticle.
No, I always just laugh to myself because I use this, it's like one of those like neck gaiter kind of things. The thing is not thick. And it's funny, if I wear that into a store, no one's going to bother me.
Right.
But if I were to go in maskless, which I don't because I don't want to get harassed, but if I were to go in maskless, the people are like, oh, what are you doing? They make a big deal about it, even though this little thing is not going to make a difference.
Right.
It's just to make you feel better.
And I've seen people freak out at the stores and just like,
oh, I know.
What? I don't need to wear a mask. What?
See, I'm not trying to cause any problems.
Yeah,
I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered in that kind of way.
I mean, whether you believe it or not, just do it.
Well, that's the
move
thing.
on after that,
That's the whole thing. Like, it's not the hill I want to die on.
It's like if I gotta go to the grocery store and wear a mask, even though I don't believe in that whole mask thing, like I'm just gonna do it and go home and go about my day.
I always take my thing off as soon as I get out of the store.
Exactly.
I'm like, all right, this thing's, and then when it's off when I go in, I put it on right before I go into the store, and as soon as I leave, it's off. And I always thought it was weird when I see people just like walking around outside with the mask on, driving in their car by themselves with their mask on. I'm like,
with the windows up.
I was thinking to myself, are we supposed to be doing this? I wasn't sure,
They took it to the next level for sure. I mean, you're in your car by yourself and you're wearing a mask.
That's why I don't understand when they're by themselves. Why would you wear that? Yeah, why would you wear that when you're by yourself? Are you going to get yourself sick?
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to be breathing, like the mask has been exposed to however much bacteria, because honestly, I don't feel like most people will even wash their mask.
Don't wash them.
Because I know.
Using the same mask how many times? Yeah.
Exactly. So I know most people don't like wash them as often as you need to be washing them. So you're putting this dirty thing on your face.
How many times a month?
Dude, it's the worst, man, when you're trying to work out with a mask on. Because like at Gold's and 24-Hour Fitness, you have to wear a mask when you work out there. So I'm like wearing my mask, and I'm breathing into it, and the thing's starting to get wet, because like you got your respiration, it's a little damp, So the thing's like starting to get wet. I'm like, this is gross.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, man.
It's legit sometimes hard, especially when you're pushing hard. It is kind of difficult to breathe out of the thing.
Right.
I wonder if this might make me more, stronger somehow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good. Even just breathing in the same air forever.
I don't know. It's not kind of like wearing those,
those
elevation masks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So I had people tell me about those, and I feel like they're just pointless. Honestly.
Are they?
Like, we're not in Colorado or anything.
I know, but maybe if you're trying to train for endurance, though. That's my guess. If you're trying to train for endurance,
I've read research on those things, and it's just like you can't really duplicate the feeling of being elevated. Like that type of training. You're really just depriving yourself of air.
Yeah, but you look cool though.
Yeah, it looks cool. It definitely looks cool.
Like, well, dude, that guy's serious. He has a mask and a weighted vest on.
Yeah, but
don't mess with him.
Like, what are you really doing, man?
Yeah, because those guys. Everyone was laughing at those guys. A year ago, but who was right in the whole time? They were. They were preparing themselves for this.
They're the ones that have not gotten COVID.
That's what I'm saying. They were preparing themselves to wear masks. They're like, this mask thing at the gym, I've been doing this for a year. I'm set. I thought I'd be seeing a big spike in people using those, but no one's.
Oh, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
I never tried one of those out, but I think you can adjust the altitude on them.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, so it's like it deprives you even more of air.
You're about to pass out.
I wonder if they've been sued for that. Just people like passing out on a treadmill because they deprive themselves too much of air.
I can't imagine, man.
But you know how people get when it comes to like gimmicky fitness things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Really
like I feel like that one's a gimmicky fitness thing.
I seen this it's like a vest type of sauna thing, like where you put the vest on and it's like you zip it up right here.
Oh,
it's supposed to give you a 6-pack.
Oh yeah, because it's kind of like a waist trainer for men. Yeah, I've seen those before. It's like a neoprene like wetsuit looking thing.
Right. Yeah.
And it's supposed to help you sweat. But you know what? A lot of those women have told me that those waist trainer things, they do make them look leaner.
Really?
That's what they told me.
Yeah, I think maybe like a waist trainer is a little different than those vest ones.
Yeah.
Kind of like thin, don't feel like they really.
Well, what I was told
would
is like,
carry,
well, I don't know
yeah.
if it's a waist trainer, like the little like the wrap that the girls wear around their stomach. They were telling me that because you sweat more, that it just you're not holding as much water. So maybe it's the same deal for a vest for a guy.
Maybe.
I don't know. I've never tried it.
I don't know. Really, when I really want to break a sweat, I just drink some thermals and
Yeah,
get going.
you just work out harder.
Yeah. There's really no shortcuts, man.
Hey, you know, I noticed. Speaking of sweating at the gym at BSF, dude, like I sweat way more at BSF because something about being at that gym versus other gyms. I don't get as sweaty at like 24-hour fitness and Golds.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I like it there, man.
yeah, because I was noticing because when all the COVID stuff happened, people were going to BSF because it's the only gym that was open. Then I would be seeing people there. I'm like, wow, you're sweaty. I don't remember ever seeing you this sweaty before. Like for real. I'm like, wow, are you working out harder here? Crazy.
They were just a different breed there, man. You
Hey,
know?
you know, I'm just saying, those people are sweating way more like chin sweat, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you know you're sweating good when you got chin sweat.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed that I'll sometimes sweat more there than I will at other gyms for sure.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed that.
Yeah. It's just because I have so many different gym memberships that
Yeah.
I can kind of compare it, you know? Yeah, that's a good vibe. It does.
Yeah, it is a good vibe there.
You know, they can do whatever they want. They don't have to follow corporate rules.
Right.
It's not that the other gyms aren't cool, but they have to follow certain rules that's kind of out of their control.
Yeah.
Like the management's control. Like they just have to be like, this is the way it's got to be because corporate said it can't be too fun.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Can't play certain types of music.
Oh, I know.
And
You know what though? That's I'm noticing at some of the other gyms that they bring their own speakers in and they just play their own music.
I've actually seen a dude
Yeah.
like that at 24 before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think this is their workaround besides because I think they don't have control over the radio. I think it just gets piped in through whatever internet.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're like, you know what? We don't like this, whatever they're playing here. So we just want to bring in our own DJ.
That's funny.
Yeah. Because it's all about, that's why I wear headphones.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the gym music normally isn't ideal for getting a good workout.
Yeah. I mean, BSF plays some pretty good stuff.
Well, they do,
It's
but
really like intense music sometimes.
Oh, I know.
It'll really get you going.
dude, I'm laughing sometimes because it's like pumping heavy music
Yeah.
and I'm listening to my audiobook. So I'm like doing my workout, listen to an audiobook, and then I hear intense music at like, because I can still hear it, you know? So I'm like, wow, I got a lot of stimulus going on right now.
Trying to
Yeah,
concentrate.
I'm all concentrating, I'm hyped up, and I'm being calm all at the same time. It's an experience to say the least,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, your whole power crew flags now, huh? I
Oh,
see.
dude. So I just got a call from a guy before you came because somebody's taking down all the signs
Oh,
in
wow.
Ventura. I don't know who is, but somebody's taking down all the signs in Ventura. So I was like, all right, guys are going to mess with the power crew. I'm going to do something. So I made these little flags, and I had a couple guys go out, you know, in the cover of darkness and stick these little flags by each one of the signs, the political signs.
Yeah.
So then one of my guys calls me just before you came here. He's like, hey, man, someone's taking down all the flags I put out the other night. I'm like, dude, I knew that was going to happen. It's like, I knew this was going to happen. I was like, just put out the rest of the flags anyways. I know they're going to get taken down. I don't know who's doing it, but somebody doesn't like it. And I think we're pissing them off, whoever it is, which I find pretty funny. So it's just part of it's like, look, if they would have just left my signs alone, there wouldn't be these tiny little flags all over Ventura.
Mhm.
It would just be the couple signs that were up. But no, they had to mess with the power crew stuff. Now I'm organizing not a protest. So we're
Not
so we're
a
gonna
protest.
yeah. So I'm thinking about two options, man. Either doing like a not a protest thing, like at the government center, like they do with signs and stuff, or Trump rally style when you see like a bunch of cars with the flags and everything.
Oh, that'd
so
be cool.
I'm like, I think people would be more down for that because like you can be in your car and then we can cover more ground. And
Right.
imagine we got like 30, 40, 50 cars
Yeah.
all decorated with like the power crew stuff and we just like cruise around town, you know?
I got a truck, man. We could put a big old flag back there.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah. I'll get like a couple flags made for the people that have trucks
Yeah.
and we'll do we'll set up like a whole thing. I got a couple of people that have motorcycles and stuff and those are loud. You know what I mean? So
That'd be fun. Man.
that's the whole thing because I'm all about just trying to bring the community together and boost everyone up and somebody's crapping on it.
Right.
I just like to
It's-
know who's taking everything down.
It's probably somebody that just unhappy, man.
Well, you think it's one of the people that are running for something?
Probably too.
See,
but do they go around taking down their competition signs?
well, that's
too,
the thing.
Like,
I don't know.
you know,
But when I was thinking about that, I'm like, I don't see anyone else's signs getting taken down. Like, why are mine getting taken down?
right?
And then I was also thinking this. I'm like, you know what? I'm campaigning better than these politicians. I'm not even running for anything.
They're gonna ride in Power Crew. Huh?
Why? Hey, you know what? I'm not stopping anyone if they want to ride in Power Crew. If you guys want to be in charge, ride in Power Crew for something.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I did meet a couple of the people that were running this. 'Cause I went to that BSF event, but other than that, I've never met any of these politicians actually running for anything.
Right. I never know who these people
No,
are.
I mean that's what I'm saying. I'm actually going out and meeting people on the daily, boosting positivity, spreading the love, spreading the good vibes.
Right.
And
You're probably more known than these people.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
That's why I'm laughing because they're crapping all over what I'm doing, and I'm actually doing it better than them.
Right.
They should be hiring me as their campaign manager to help them win because they're not doing it right.
You're doing something right. You know?
Hey, you know, if I got haters, that means we're on the right track.
Right.
Because that's how it is. Like if no one's hating on you, that means you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, okay, it just makes me want to go even harder. That's why I got more stickers. I got more things coming. It's like anytime something gets taken away, I just have something new for you guys.
Right.
That's how I return. I return it with love, and I just give you guys more.
Kill them with kindness.
Hey, you know what? They're
Yeah.
gonna come around.
You know.
Maybe I will be the mayor someday. The Power Crew. We're
Never
gonna
know.
instead of doing a mask mandate, it's a power sticker mandate.
Yeah. Must wear a sticker.
Hey, if you don't have a power sticker, you're gonna get fined $1,000.
And you're not getting your boost.
Imagine cops like pulling people over for not having a power sticker on their car.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, using that's kind of equivalent to what they're doing with the mask stuff.
Yeah, man.
They're like gonna find you and all that kind of stuff. You're not wearing a mask. I'm like, dude, don't you guys got something better to do? I got in trouble one time because they had this like blue tide thing going on. Like, I don't know, that was like in April or something. I think it was in April. I can't remember when it was. But I just want to go look at the blue tide, and you know the beaches were closed.
Oh yeah.
Remember the beaches were closed for a period of time?
Yeah,
So I want to go look at the blue tide. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go here. It's like 11 o'clock at night. No big deal. So I went down over the State Beaches area, and I'm like there. I'm by myself. I'm not even with anybody because I just want to see what this is all about. And I'm just like innocently just staying there looking at it. It was pretty cool. I was like, wow, this is cool. And next thing I know, bright flashing lights, some CHP officers tell me to get moving.
Oh wow.
I'm like, dude, I'm literally by myself just looking at the blue tide.
Yeah, not bothering anybody.
I'm not even bothering anybody. He's like, you guys need to just chill.
Yeah. I feel like cops, you know, they can be real dicks sometimes, but I think it was maybe they had a bad little like you know high school days.
I don't
I
know.
feel like they were mistreated, and then they get that badge, and they're just like so mean.
Well, I think it's
why.
I don't know because I knew some of my buddies became cops, and then they got more mean when they became cops.
Yeah,
so
like,
they weren't
I
this
understand.
they weren't this mean when I knew them. Now
Yeah.
now they became cops. Now
Maybe
they're mean.
just tired of everybody's shit.
Well, I think because of what they do, nobody likes them. So now they just become mean because most of the time when you see a cop, you're not excited. Because you know what's crazy? And this is, I think, is a bad thing. Like when I'm just driving down the road and a cop gets behind me, I immediately start heart racing.
tense up.
And I'm like, even though I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm following the rules, but I feel like I'm doing something wrong
Right.
because there's a cop behind me.
Yeah,
And they do that shit, and it's like I should not be feeling that way when there's a cop behind me. I shouldn't be feeling anxiety, like I'm gonna get pulled over at any moment for something I didn't even do.
But it's like such a natural response. Like
I know, it's
I
not
get
good.
that way too. You know.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
You know, it's like, darn, is he gonna pull me over? Like, what am I doing wrong? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
am I gonna get a ticket?
I know, you know.
You know.
But when I have been pulled over, I've had pretty good luck with the cops, to be honest. So, because I'm not being a dick to them.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
if
like, hey,
you're,
just
like,
like,
nice.
what's going on? You know.
You know, don't like, what do you want? You
But
know,
then
like,
again, if I had tattoos, though, I'm sure my experience would be a little bit different.
possibly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I just know how certain people get treated differently.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Very true.
Yeah, because I know guys that have tattoos, and they tell me that the kind of stuff that they deal with. Do you deal with that, having like sleeps and stuff?
Yeah, they'll be like, you know, what does this mean? Or why do you
Is
have
that a gang thing?
Yeah,
Oh, we need to
yeah.
search your car for dope.
Yeah, you give me probable cause now.
Yeah, because you got a tattoo.
What?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like you know that's what they're all saying with the BLM stuff because unfair treatment. And you know what? I can see how they can be unfairly treated, to be honest, you know?
Right,
Seriously.
Yeah.
Not that they're not like being not, kind of being mean to the cop too, which is really makes it worse, but they are definitely getting profiled, I would say.
Definitely getting profiled, and it's not right. There's got to be, some kind. It's been happening for so long.
I know.
It's like, why hasn't anybody done anything about this?
Because I don't think it was really as known. Like, it was known, but I feel like now that everyone has a camera,
Now it's more.
now
It
you're
goes
like
viral.
you're
very quick.
you're seeing
Yeah.
you're seeing everything that happens, and then obviously not every cop's like that, but a lot of ones are getting caught being like that, and it just doesn't look good for the whole.
Just
So,
reflects.
yeah, it just
on
yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
And it just comes down to not having good training. Because I know what's crazy is like a lot of them, from what I heard, I don't know how true this is, but they don't really like train their guns very often. Like go to the range as often as
really?
they should be. You know.
I think I don't know if it's mandatory, but they have to go a few times. I think.
Well, like a few times a year.
I don't know if it's a year. I know my buddy goes often. He's a cop.
Yeah.
I know he goes often. I'm not sure like what the mandatory.
I feel like they should be training like all the time, but it's a gun. That's like a skill that you kind of you don't.
You should be the best at.
Well, it's the thing. You got to know how to use it, because I feel like if you don't practice it, when the time comes to use it,
Yeah.
that's when things go bad.
Right. Yeah, and I know that they don't get a lot of like mental health training.
No.
There's a lot of people out there that are sick.
Well, yeah.
And they don't really know how to approach this person, regard if he has a knife or he has something, he's having an episode, like
Yeah.
you kind of got to know how to de-escalate that situation.
Yeah, you pull your gun and start
without
shooting.
fatally, making it fatal,
Yeah.
which is like it would be huge if these dudes would, get that type of training.
Well, I know, but what's kind of funny is like we're cops, we're not social workers. But when you're a cop, you're pretty much everything.
Right.
I mean, seriously, pretty much. That's why you get paid so well.
And you're the first person on the scene.
Yeah.
It's like,
You got to know how to handle these kind of things. So if you're gonna put the badge on, take the gun, do the oath, then it's your duty to properly treat everyone like citizens and
Right.
humans.
protect and serve.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's not just going there and bully.
Not the wild, wild west,
I feel like it's sometimes that's what it's like though.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the politicians. They forget that they work for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they legit forget that the reason they have power is because we voted them in. And I feel like people forget this too.
They do. They do
That's why
forget that.
they're so willing to just give up all the rights but they don't realize that just because he says it or she says it, that doesn't mean that's how it's got to be.
Right.
Because you guys are the ones in charge. That's why I'm all about empowering the people.
They forget we live in a democracy, not
Yeah.
a dictatorship. Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of these politicians forget that their power can be taken from them. They're just so used to just doing whatever they want, and no one ever pushes back. But you can only push people so far until they're like, you know what? I don't like this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Look how many people are moving out of the state. I know a lot of people that moved out of California.
I actually saw this podcast where they're saying, like, I don't know how many million people, since this happened,
Yeah.
have moved out of California.
Yeah, and everyone's like, hey, guys, come back. We need your taxes.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to raise taxes on businesses to cover a lot of these losses. But then they don't realize that the internet exists. So guess what's going to happen? All these businesses are just going to move to Texas.
Right.
And then they're going to sell shit in California.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, So we're going to be left with nothing here but fires
Yeah.
and unemployment.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's fires every other week.
I know. I don't remember this being this many fires when I was a kid. Do you?
I don't either.
Yeah, I feel like there's always a fire.
Since that Thomas fire, it's just like a chain reaction for some
Oh, I
reason.
know. I remember that was crazy when the Thomas fire happened.
Right.
It didn't even look real.
No, it was just the whole mountain.
Yeah, that was really close to us.
Yeah.
That was pretty much our backyard.
Yeah, I read this thing. It was kind of funny. It showed a graph of California and the surrounding states, and then the border goes all the way up to Canada.
Yeah.
And then it was why do these fires stop at the border?
Yeah, why is
They're
that?
just not allowed to go to Canada or something.
Canada doesn't have fires apparently.
We just have this big old blob of fires.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm sure they have fires too, but maybe it's too cold. Because don't they get a lot of snow out there?
I have no idea.
Because California's technically a desert.
Yeah.
So shit burns.
We have a lot of dead like brush on these highways too, so
Oh, I know.
I could see why it spread so fast.
Well, they don't really clean it very well. You ever drive through LA?
Yeah.
It's like tires and mattresses in the middle of the road.
Yes.
I had a friend of mine who was CHP, and I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? There's like tires and mattresses in the road, or there's a dead animal or something, and apparently they just say it's gonna dissipate in the traffic, meaning enough cars will hit the boxes and shit, and it ends up pushing everything in the middle, and then you're just left with just trash.
Yeah, but how do you do that with the mattress?
I don't know how a mattress ends up on a road, to be honest. Like,
Just flew off a truck and they just like, fuck it.
and that would suck if my mattress. I was like, dude, I need that.
Yeah,
You
they
know what?
just-
Mattresses aren't cheap.
They didn't care and just left it.
Yeah, the other day, man, I was driving, and I was like, what the hell? Why is everything going so slow? It was like on Victoria. I'm like, why is there so much traffic? It was like 2 o'clock. It shouldn't be this much traffic. Then I see all these boxes in the road.
Oh my god.
So what happened was it was like a strawberry truck or something like that, and it wasn't full boxes. It was just like the empty cartons, and they were all over the road.
Oh wow.
And I was like, okay, how does this even happen? You know what I mean? Like, how does this even happen? How do you not pack these things properly when they're just
Right.
blowing all over the road?
Somebody's getting fired.
Oh, I know, because all the cars are stopping, moving around. There's a lot of boxes. And I see that. Then I see the truck pulled over. I was like, oh, that sucks. That's embarrassing.
Wow.
That guy's like feeling like the worst right now
Oh,
because
heck yeah, people
everyone's
are
looking at
pissed.
him. They're pissed off. They're like, wow, man, tie your load down properly.
Right? Man.
Yeah,
hate
it's
to be in that situation.
oh, I know. And then he's like, hey, I'm just trying to do my job. And it's probably actually not his fault because he's probably not the one that tied it down. It was whoever was loading the truck and he was just driving it.
Right.
But he gets all the blame. You know what I mean? Because he's driving it. Like, he has
Yeah.
control over it. But, yeah, that's why I'm all sketched out now when I'm, like, behind a truck with a bunch of pallets on it. And I just see, like, one rope going over the top of it, not in between all of them. I'm like,
Good gust of wind.
I was like, dude, I need to get around the thing. I don't want to, Final Destination shit to be happening to me.
Right?
You know?
Get killed by some boxes of strawberries.
Hey, strawberries aren't cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They got to be handpicked. I see those guys working real hard out there in the field picking those strawberries.
Right.
That's a job right there.
That's a real job
That-
nobody else wants.
dude,
too,
I know.
It's like this whole border thing, like, these people, whatever, get them out of here. But like, who else is gonna do that job?
Hey, I
You
just
know,
I
it's
know.
a tough job.
I'm just saying, a lot of people that I know that are currently unemployed definitely would not be signing up for that job.
No,
They wouldn't. It's
tough on you.
imagine.
When I was younger, I went out with my buddy because his dad worked on a ranch.
Yeah,
We went out and picked avocados for like a summer.
yeah.
It was the worst. Like the worst.
Yeah, could you picture someone just never done any kind of manual labor going, okay, I'm picking the strawberries now. I'm gonna get dirt under my nails and be in the hot sun all day. That's not gonna happen. There's no way. I could not picture these people doing that.
And they do it through like any weather. Like,
I
There's
know.
a fire. They're still out there. There's ash all in the air.
Oh, I know, man.
It's windy. It's cold. It's hot. And they're still out
Hey,
there.
those people are out there trying to make a better life for their kids.
Right?
It's
I respect
true.
that.
No, it's
I
true. That's
respect
why they're
that.
there doing it. Like, they're willing to do that kind of work because they're trying to make a better life for their kids so they can be in this country.
Right.
It just shows you how special this country is, even though people crap on it all the time. That people are willing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're willing to break the law, come here, do the shittiest jobs, just so their kids can potentially have a better life.
Right.
And then everyone's like, "Oh, America sucks. Let's crap all over it because it's not good." I'm like, you do realize people are hopping the border to come over here, right?
It must be something they want.
And it's like, and guess who the people that are complaining are? Just a bunch of just entitled people that have no struggle, and they're the ones complaining about how much America sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm for what I'm, got the flag here. I'm super patriotic, and I'm super grateful that we have all these opportunities in this country.
Right. We're so like diverse.
I know. It's like, of course, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but it's better than what's out there, in my opinion.
Right.
I don't want to be living in some. I mean, there's a reason people come from Mexico to here. There's a reason for it.
Right. It's like diversity is crazy. Like,
It is.
there's so many different races here, and it's like
Oh, I know.
cultural, like different.
Every
Everybody's
culture,
different.
yeah.
You go to another country and it's it's not like that, really.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't think of another place that's that.
No. You know what I always laugh when I'm like, everyone's like, okay, it was like 2016. Okay, if Trump wins, I'm leaving this country. They're still here.
Yeah.
It's like I thought you were gonna leave this country. I mean, for some reason Trump triggers people. I'm probably triggering people right now by saying this word.
Right. It's like
For some reason,
why?
there's
Like,
just his name, just like it just irritates people. It's like sandpaper, you know.
I think it's like just it just started at some point. People hated him, but these rappers and everybody, they loved Donald Trump.
I know.
Before. They would rap about him, have him in the music videos.
Hey, you know, and even there's even some rappers coming out endorsing him now.
Right? Yeah, I just
Yeah,
seen
Lil
that.
Wayne just did.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil
Ice
Pump.
Cube.
50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's like it's so crazy. It's like you say Trump, even if you're not even saying you're for him, you just say Trump, and everyone's like, oh, they just go on this whole like rant about him. But go on my social media, go on TikTok, go on Instagram, Trump rallies, Trump support. I'm like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder what's really going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like we're in a time where we can't even disagree. Like
No.
you like, say you like Joe Biden, I like Trump. It's like,
Oh, you're canceled.
we can't be friends.
No, you're
like why?
you're
Like,
canceled.
when did it become not okay to have a different opinion or point of view?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a bunch of crybabies, to be honest.
So sensitive these days.
If you don't get your way, I'm gonna throw a hissy fit.
Yeah.
That's basically what I've been saying. You throw a fit and you cry and complain until pretty much people stop listening to you.
Right.
That's pretty much what happens, because they're like, okay, if you're a Trump supporter, I'm deleting you off my friends list. Well, they already muted you a while ago. To be honest, you've already been muted. So
I'm not gonna lie, I think I've done that before.
yeah, you've already been muted, so those people don't even see you, and I just laugh because you're basically just screaming into an empty room because those people don't really care.
Yeah.
If you're gonna unfriend someone off of that, like, you're not a good friend,
Right.
for real.
Or we were really never friends to begin with.
I wouldn't like if you support something. Like, I personally don't care what other people do, so I'm not gonna unfriend you just because you have a differing belief than me. It's
Right.
dumb. 'Cause it's like, first of all, I've never seen a debate happen where they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm changing my mind. I'm changing my mind.
Yeah.
If anything, you just solidify your own beliefs even more after someone's like getting all crazy on you. But I've never seen go like, you know what? You changed my mind. I'm going to the other side.
Right.
Trump is an asshole, or Biden is an asshole, whatever it is, you know?
It's like, who really cares?
Nobody cares. And then another thing I was telling people too, it's like, how much of an actual difference have you noticed since Trump's been in office? Like, in your day-to-day life,
Yeah.
how much difference have you noticed?
None.
Exactly. Same
Yeah.
here. That's what I tell people all the time. I'm like, when Obama was president, I didn't notice much of a difference. When Trump became president, I feel like my life is still pretty much the same.
Right.
And whoever's going to be next, I feel like my life's probably going to be very similar. It's more about the local stuff that really affects you more, not so much like on a national level.
National. Yep. Yeah. People just need to stop getting so triggered about.
I know,
things,
and
man.
I always laugh every time, man, because they make this politics sound so intense. Like on the commercials, they play the intense music, the race of the century, everything's like so dramatic. Like, this is the one. I was like, didn't you say that last time?
Yeah.
Every one is the one.
I'm gonna wait for those people to see, if Trump wins again. Are you guys moving still?
I can't wait to see the big mass exodus.
Yeah. Taxes really go up then, huh?
Oh,
Here
I
in
know.
California.
You
Jeez.
know, not to sound mean, but I kind of find it kind of amusing when I see people just crying so much.
Yeah.
It just makes me laugh because I was like, you're taking this way too seriously.
Right.
That you're actually crying. You're actually emotionally distraught over this guy doesn't fucking care about you.
Don't even know
Biden
you.
doesn't care about you. Trump doesn't care about you. They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
And you're crying over it like they're going to save you.
There's so many other things more important than being
Yeah.
upset over who cares who
I
the
know.
president is, honestly.
Well, I just remember, I just laugh, like, the people just get so triggered. I'm like, you're really emotionally invested in this, like, way too much.
Yeah.
You're losing sleep over this,
Yeah.
like, because you'll see stuff. I didn't even watch any of the debates, but people were posting stuff about the debates.
Oh my God, they were hilarious, man.
Were they?
It's just like two little kids fighting each other, you know,
Yeah.
They're like arguing back and forth.
I'm like, I was thinking to myself because I didn't watch it, but I'm like, I don't think this is really going to help anybody, to be honest.
No.
Did anyone change their mind on who they're voting for based off this debate?
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. If anything, it makes you guys look worse.
Yeah, it
in
was.
my opinion.
It was a real shit show. They were
Yeah.
just bickering back and forth.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Yeah, bunch of 70-year-old guys. Dude, you guys should be just retired at this point. What are you even doing?
It's like at the end of the debate, they're just like, yeah, you know, they raise their hands like they just won the fight. And it's like,
Well, you know, it's an intense, it's a mental chess.
you guys were just arguing, you know, like nobody really won that.
Yeah, who wins? Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a bunch of, and they have like this weird format. It's like you got 2 minutes. That's it. How
Yeah.
you gonna explain what how you gonna change the world in 2 minutes?
Right?
You
And
know?
then like they're just cutting each
All
other
right,
off. the whole
time's up.
Yeah.
On the next subject, I was like, wait, I didn't even get to tell you anything. Pretty much, you just stall for 2 minutes, so you don't have to answer any questions. That's pretty much what they do.
Yeah.
So like, you never know anything, and it's like, okay, whoever stalled the best wins.
I wish they would have some debates for like local stuff, you know?
Hey, I would go debate some local people, even though I'm not running for anything.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do it though because they don't want to be put on the spot.
I feel like they should though, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're in a position where you're making decisions.
They
for,
probably used to do that back in the day. I feel
Yeah.
like just, I don't know, people just aren't really involved in that kind of stuff now. With, you know, how many people actually go to like a city council meeting?
I think I've been to maybe two in
I've
my
been to
whole
a
life,
couple. Yeah,
you
I've
know?
been to a couple that wasn't like exactly packed.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, considering they're making decisions for the whole city, there was maybe like 30 people there.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people just don't pay attention to that kind of stuff because it's not affecting them right now today.
And then get triggered later.
Yeah, then they go, you know, but you can go protest. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Go set up your protest later, and we're good.
Yeah, you can't get COVID when you protest, and you can't get COVID when you're walking to your table at the restaurant. Or no,
No.
you'll get it while walking, but you can't get it when you're sitting there.
Well, you know, I saw a thing. I don't know if it was serious or not, but I was laughing because I was telling you to put on your mask in between bites. Like you're like, all right, eat. But I think what they meant to say is, because that sounds stupid. I was like, I think what they're trying to say was, when you're gonna eat, you take the mask off, but when you're done eating, you put the mask back on. That makes more sense to me. Like, who's gonna put in between bites? Like, I'm chewing.
Isn't the whole point for you not to be touching your face? And stuff,
You're
you
touching
know?
your face so much at this point, and I don't know because no one like wipes down anything. Like when you go to the grocery store or if you get like something to the drive-through, are you wiping down like your bag?
Right, and then
No, I
you
never do.
pay, you know,
Yeah,
if you're whether you're paying with cash or card.
yeah. You're still
or,
things
you
are
know.
getting touched. So if you're gonna get the virus, you're gonna get the virus. In my opinion, if you want to avoid getting the virus, then your probably best bet is just to not leave your house and then sanitize everything that gets delivered.
Live in a
And
box.
I'm sure some people are doing that. You know, I'm sure they are. But personally, I don't want to do that.
No, it's no way to live.
No. My thought is like, if I'm going to get the virus, then I'll get the virus.
Right.
Hopefully I'll be okay.
You're pretty healthy.
Yeah, I take care of myself.
Good
you
to
know?
go.
Yeah. But they were saying, a lot of people are saying it's like, it's not about you being healthy. It's about you spreading it to people that are older. And, you know, which I can see that. I get
Right.
that. But I'm not really around any real older
Yeah.
people, to be honest.
I mean, other than work, I don't really.
Yeah.
But I don't go and put myself in a situation where like I could get sick, you know. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're not like...
I'm not out partying at a Halloween party. I don't do these, you know.
I've never done that before. That's not me. Yeah,
I'm
of course.
I'm a homebody, if
Yeah.
anything, you know.
Hey, you
like,
know what? You don't have to, you know, just because we're on the podcast, you know, you don't have to be like, oh, I never do that before.
I've never been out there before. I don't sure.
Yeah, I don't even know what a party is.
I don't know what Limoni Sal is.
I've never been there. Is that place open?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
I love that place, man.
Are they allowed? So how's that working? Because they have that upstairs area.
Yeah, so
Is that outdoors upstairs?
No. So that top level where they
Yeah.
usually have like the DJ and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't have that open yet, but they
No.
have that outside seating and then inside seating.
So are they still like playing music and stuff, or what's the deal? Dude, I have not been downtown since all this stuff happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like the way they have it set
Is
up
it cool?
down there. Yeah, it's really chill. Like the vibe is really cool. Like
Oh, nice.
you know, it's outside seating. It's all
Mhm.
lit up with like, you know, all every little area is like set up for their restaurant.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of walk down the strip, like,
Oh, that's
you know,
cool.
pick where you want to
Hey,
eat
I
at.
heard though, like you can't just like buy alcohol. You got to buy food.
Yeah.
Is that true?
some
So if I just want to get a
places-
drink, like I can't do that. I got to buy food too.
Yeah, not every place is like that secretly.
Oh,
you know,
really?
But some places are like.
I need
hey,
to know. I need to know where it goes.
know.
I don't have to buy food. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to buy any food.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have some fun here.
Yeah, I love Limon y Sal.
Yeah.
Man. They got a taco tour.
A taco tour. What's the deal with
Man,
that?
They bring out every little kind of meat you
Yeah.
know you like, and I mean obviously you're not
Hey,
gonna
do they have
that.
plants?
I think they have some vegan options.
If they have some
or,
vegan
you
options,
know,
I'd be down.
But
Yeah.
you know me, I'm a meat eater, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not crapping. I go for it, dude. More power to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not every day.
You know,
but-
that's so funny, man. Like with the whole vegan thing, I feel like I'm annoying now because I'm like, is that vegan?
you know what though? Honestly, I tried it. You know, I'm
Yeah.
always willing to try
Yeah.
anything. You know, I have friends that are vegan.
Yeah.
And like I tried it. You know, I didn't enjoy it that much.
Well, yeah.
So,
If you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna
You
stick
know?
with it. Then forget it. But like for me, you know, I was skeptical, but then I saw the benefits, so I stuck with it. But I just feel like I'm annoying now because when I go places, I gotta be like, oh, do they have anything that's vegan? You know what I mean? I'm like one of those people now. It's like, okay, now I get why people are like this because you're trying to stick to your vegan diet.
Right.
So now you gotta be like, and then you know people are rolling their eyes like, okay, this guy's he didn't have to use plants.
Yeah.
But I don't see why anyone really cares because I'm the one eating it, not you guys. So why do you care if I decide to eat a plant or not?
Right. And I've actually had people like, why do you eat meat? You know,
I don't care what if people eat
Yeah,
meat.
like,
Do
why?
whatever you want.
that's how I am too. Like,
Yeah, do whatever you want. Like me telling you like don't eat meat is not gonna stop you from eating meat. So why would I even bother? I don't.
stop killing the animals, man.
Hey, I don't. The way I lead, I just lead by example. So maybe some people are gonna see that I'm benefiting so much, they're gonna want to try it. And I'll say, hey, maybe I do plant based. I just tell people that I do it.
I actually watched this show, which is why I wanted to try it
Oh, what?
on Netflix.
Oh, Game Changers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
that's why I tried it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
They showed like the vials of blood that
I
were
know
like, you
that was
know,
nuts.
like diluted and like different,
Yeah.
you know, and like gladiators were plant-based people. Like,
Yeah.
these dudes were fighting like lions, dude. Like that's crazy.
That's exactly why I decided to try this plant based thing. I was like, oh, that was interesting. Let me just give it a shot.
Yeah.
And then I actually noticed like a lot more energy, less bloated. I'm definitely still strong. So I was like, this is legit. So, you know, I'm able to get enough protein in through plant sources.
Right.
I do plant protein shakes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, not every vegan's weak, because that's what I used to think, you know. I'm like, oh, they're
Yeah.
all weak, but I don't know. But just it's a different perspective,
Yeah.
you know. It's just a different way of looking. Because I used to, you know, bodybuilding background. I was eating a lot of chicken, steak, stuff like that.
I try not to eat meat as often.
Yeah.
I'll eat chicken, you know, a few times, but I've been eating a lot of fish.
Fish, that's supposed to be
Fish.
good for you,
Yeah.
or better for you at least.
Yeah, I eat a lot of fish.
I was never into fish. I tried eating a lot of tuna when I was into the bodybuilding stuff because I thought you're supposed to do tuna because that was like a thing. I was like choking down this tuna. I was like, this is disgusting, but I was eating it anyway. So
I love tuna.
Hey, I wanted to make those gains, man. So I was willing to eat it.
Really, you got to make sacrifices.
Hey, dude, I was definitely making sacrifices. I was like eating this like nasty tuna, drenching it in mustard
Oh man.
because I need to get in hot sauce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to be able to get it down. I was like, I feel like I'm eating cat food right now.
That's true.
Hey, you know what though? I was doing it for the gains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely making gains. It was worth it.
Yeah.
But these days now I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to get huge anyways. You know, those days are not. I'm not trying to do that anymore.
Yeah. And I don't want to get huge either. I just
Yeah.
want to be physically fit.
That's how I am now. I just want to be athletic and move my body in cool ways. And since I don't compete or anything, it'd be different if I was like into competing. But I was never into competing, so since I don't really have any desire to do that, you know, I just rather just do this way
Yeah.
because I don't really like diet. You know, I kind of eat. I eat basically the same thing every day, but I don't really track it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm eating this today, these things.
Yeah.
More like I call it like intuitive eating, instead of doing like counting every macro, logging everything in. Because I used to be that way too.
Oh, really?
Over excessive, like tracking everything, even the
Super-
sauce. I gotta track the sauce. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like an extra 10 calories kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. How many drops did you put on there?
Exactly. So how much sweetener did you use? Like I was measuring like everything because I was all over obsessive about shit. And I'm like, why am I being this obsessive? Let me just like get close. especially because I'm not competing, you know. 'Cause
Right.
then it just ends up like running too much of your life. You're thinking too much about it.
Honestly, just balance it out.
Yeah.
You know, that's all
Mhm.
it's really about.
That's why I like the idea of like getting those meal preps because it's like it's just set. You just eat it. You don't have to like, overthink it. That sounds really. They didn't have that when I first got into working out like over a decade ago. There was no meal prep companies like having macro friendly meals where you could just eat it.
Right.
You would have to figure it out all on your own.
Yeah.
Back in my day, like an old
Make it-
man, you know, like
Yeah.
oh, we had to work way harder because we had to prep our own meals
Yeah.
and measure our
We
calories.
had to
and
get up
fig-
early, man.
Yeah.
We were drinking eggs, you know, just cracking them in the cup and
Yeah.
just
Kids these days they have it so easy. They just get a pre-made meal that's set for them.
Yeah.
So it's so convenient. Like I
Yeah.
think it's cool, but I definitely didn't have access to that.
No.
I probably would have been into that if they had, you know, if it was affordable back then.
That's probably why, you know, they're so sensitive about everything.
Because everything's too easy. Yeah, you know, there's something about putting hard work into something and then getting the result versus getting it the easy way.
Well, nothing worth having ever comes easy, you know.
Yeah,
If it did, everybody would have it.
that's true. But I feel there is something about having certain things be easier allows you to push more in other ways, though. Like if you're not having to think too much about like what you're eating, you can focus more on your training.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
now you're not over obsessing on like trying to plan out your meals.
Yeah.
So it kind of allows your brain to work a little bit better towards other things. That's how I kind of look at it.
Right.
Or it just makes you like lazy.
Maybe a little both.
A little bit bold because there is something that like taking the time to prep your meals for the week.
See, I can't do the whole week.
That's what I do.
Like, I can't do it just because I don't like reheating my food like
Oh, dude, I'm
from
used.
3 days ago.
I'll
you
say
know?
it doesn't even bother me.
I'll do like 2 days.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't want to cook more than once a week. So that's
Oh,
why-
really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind it.
See, I don't want because I like to during my week. I'm like my schedule. I keep it pretty busy or productive. I like to say, not busy. I had to just keep doing stuff, and I was like, I don't want to take time to stop and cook
Yeah.
because it takes the same amount of effort to cook 2 meals that it does to take 5 meals. So I'm like, I might as well cook 5 meals because it's the same amount of effort.
Right.
And I'm all about just trying to be practical. So, and then I'm doing the vegan thing, so I'm not. I gotta like do my vegan meal plan, so it's a little extra work. But there's something about setting, taking that time takes like an hour or two, whatever it takes, and then I'm like listening to my audiobooks when I'm doing this, and then getting myself prepared for the week. And now I have all my food for the week.
The hardest part is cleaning.
I know.
I hate it.
Yeah. You gotta get yourself a maid.
I wish I had one. Why couldn't I just be rich?
Hey, you can get yourself a maid, and those are. I don't know how much those go for, but they're probably more affordable now than they used to be.
Yeah. They're in low demand now.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be good to have a maid
Yeah.
cleaning up
I
after
don't
you.
have to do anything. Then I'd feel like I didn't accomplish anything. Like I didn't make my bed today.
Well, you got a maid to do it.
You know.
But the way I look at it is now it gives you more time to do other stuff because now you're not wasting your time making a bed.
Yeah, true. True.
I mean, especially if you're like a single guy, like usually if you're in a relationship, you divide up the chores. But when you're single, you got to do everything yourself. So hire a maid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I kind of feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know if other guys feel like this, but like I actually enjoy cleaning. Like
I don't know.
I clean my house. You know. Like,
Yeah.
kitchen, restaurant, room.
I mean, I don't enjoy cleaning.
It's like
if I'm being honest with
therapeutic
you.
type thing. You
Yeah,
know.
see,
like,
I'd rather be doing other stuff to be honest. Like for me, cleaning's always like I know it needs to be done, but it's low priority.
but there's nothing like sitting in a clean house. Like when you're done.
No, I get it. That's why you get a maid.
You sit down and you're just like, man, I did this.
Yeah, and then like an hour later, now it's dirty again.
Yeah.
it can never stay pristine. That's why when we see someone that always a clean house, like wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Respect, because that's not easy to maintain.
That's true.
Because you're always like generating a mess.
That's
Like a
very
mess is
true.
always being generated. Like I have a food business, and you'd be surprised. Like I was shocked about how much like trash I make. I was like, wow, this is terrible for the environment. So many boxes I'm just having to recycle and throw out.
Yeah.
Yeah, businesses generate a lot of waste, dude. Like for real.
I can't imagine, man.
Yeah. Like just living is expensive.
Why is it so expensive, man?
It's so expensive to live. It's
yeah, it's like
rough.
We're younger. We're just like, man, I can't wait to be 18 and just like be an
No.
adult. And then
Be a kid, man. Enjoy being a kid.
the second you become 18, it's like my mailbox is full of bills. Like, where the heck did these come from?
Pretty much you're like, well, why even bother checking the mail? Because it's just going to be another bill.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
oh,
look
perfect.
forward to it.
And you're like, what is this bill?
Yeah.
Like it just came out of nowhere. You don't even know what it is. You have to like look into it. Like, what is this? It's just, It's good. It's basically you become an adult. It's basically everyone like this. All right, just start putting your money into my hands.
Give me your money.
Give me your money, and you're like, oh, I finally got my first adult job. I'm making $1,000 a week or whatever. You're like, oh, this is great. Then you're like, at the end of the month, you're like, I don't have anything. You paid rent. You paid for everything. You're like, shoot, I legit have nothing.
Just the taxes alone on a big check, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You're like, oh, maybe I can take myself out to dinner tonight.
Yeah.
I can
Dollar
I can,
menu.
I can treat myself. It's all sad. That's what I'm saying. I think everyone has this false perception of like, oh yeah, I'm a grown up.
Can't wait to drive and get my. And then you're like, man, I don't want to drive over there.
It's
I
so
really gotta go.
Yeah, let me just get that thing delivered. Yeah. And that's another thing too, because like oh, I don't want to drive, so now you get the delivery thing, so now you get an extra charge on your $10 meal ends up being $25 because you wanted to get it delivered.
Whoever thought of that, man,
Oh,
was
it's genius.
genius.
Seriously.
Like they're like 10 extra bucks to deliver it.
I know.
It's like, dang, dude, they're making killing.
I know,
all
'cause
these lazy people.
I know, because I think to myself like, I'd rather just go pick it up because I don't want to pay
$10.
$15 more for my meal.
Yeah.
Because like I just wanted to get a sandwich that was like $8.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, now I'm $30 in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe lunch was $30.
You're all ashamed, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I should have just went.
Well, because it's like it's not, to me. It was not $30 enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like I got that kind of value out of it. It was just being lazy. So I'm like, people pay good money to be lazy. It's expensive to be lazy, dude.
Yeah,
it really is. Being lazy. I mean, think about it. Being lazy and unproductive is expensive because getting your food delivered, extra fees, paying your bills late, extra fees. It's just way more expensive to be lazy and not on it.
Yeah. No, I don't like late fees.
No.
I'll pay my stuff early if I have to.
Exactly. You don't get those late fees, dude. It's like, even if it's an extra $10, it's like, it's just annoying. Like an extra $10,
Yeah.
extra whatever, late fee plus, then they charge you like 3 extra fees. It's not even just like 1.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Be an adult.
Yeah.
They said
It's so
it'd be
crazy that we
fun.
just accept this, by the way.
Yeah.
Because when you go, like, imagine if you were just to go to a grocery store or any store and they're like, okay, you want to buy like this cup. You're like, okay, you thought it was $10. And you get to the register like, well, there's the stocking fee, the throwaway fee. That cup is $20 now. You're like, what? You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The what fee?
Yeah, but for some reason, when it comes to bills, it's like, oh, just tack on all those little fees. You ever look at your electric bill?
Oh my god, dude! I literally did you see that
I
meme
saw,
post?
I saw the thing
It's
you
like,
posted.
dude.
And
My bill.
It's the same way here, dude. For me, I'm like busted up.
Yeah, I'm like, who the heck is charging up this electricity, man?
Yeah, because like I mean, my bill wasn't not as expensive as yours, like $150 or something like that. And I'm not even running the air all the time. I'm like, how much? These fluorescent lights are not taking up that much energy. I'm like, what the hell? It doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That one is the killer bill.
Yeah. So now you know why people are all like weird about like the thermostat and all that kind of stuff, because I should like they just see that bill just just climbing up.
Who touched the thermostat?
Yeah, because I remember like that's a big deal.
I became that person in my house.
Yeah, when you start paying it, that's when you start acting like that way. All of a sudden, you're like, it's freezing in here.
Yeah. Like, who the heck turned the heater on?
You're like,
It's been cold for 1 day.
that's the thing. You wonder why people's house is so cold, because to heat that thing is just not worth it. Put on a jacket.
Exactly. If we're hot, obviously, like, let's put the AC on. But like,
I'm always pumping the AC.
if you're cold,
I pay that bill.
we got jackets, we got sweaters.
Yeah.
Like, you're good.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than being just too hot. It's just you're just sitting in your own sweat, dude. It's miserable.
I'd rather be cold
Me too.
any day.
You know what's funny? When it's really hot outside, they're pumping the AC inside. The people wearing jackets inside, and it's like 100 degrees outside. Like, talk about wasteful.
Yeah.
Like, that busts me up every time, dude. I'm like, if we were just to, maybe turn the air off,
Might be perfect.
we wouldn't have to spend all this extra money and make all this extra waste. You're like, oh, I like it so cold, and I gotta wear my parka inside.
No common sense.
And drink my hot coffee. When I would work in offices, dude, it was like that. They love just burning money. County offices, government offices, like, okay, crank up that AC. They don't care.
Those
They're not
buildings
paying,
are huge, too.
They're not paying the bill.
Yeah.
We are. So
Imagine what those bills are like.
I don't even want to know, man.
You know? Wow.
That's where your tax dollars are going.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the
So the
taxes
tax is so damn high.
that's why taxes keep going up every year. You gotta pay for that AC in those big buildings.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though? We should be getting a tax reduction this year just because everyone's doing working from home, so they weren't having to heat all those buildings and stuff.
Oh, maybe.
Cool those buildings. So I don't think we're gonna get a tax break, but we should.
I think with that whole stimulus thing too, they did like a tax, like a bunch of tax breaks for like different brackets or something.
Yeah. Oh, the first stimulus.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no second stimulus. That's not coming.
They don't want that Donald Trump name on that
Yeah,
that check before the election.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck whose name's on it? You know.
I don't even look at it,
Do you
dude.
think the people that need to pay their bills are gonna care that? Yeah, that's what I like to see. Like any Trump haters, like I'm not cashing this check because that asshole's name's on it. You think that happens? No, they're probably cashing that check.
Some dude literally ripped it up on like Instagram.
I saw that.
But it's like, did you
No,
deposit it first?
they probably deposited it first, dude. They took a picture of it and then
You
they ripped it
depo-
up to make a thing.
yeah.
So, because most people are phony, so
There's no way in hell. I don't care who gave me that check.
why would you? Yeah, it's like, who cares that Trump's name's on it? Like, they don't want to give the guy any credit for anything, ever.
You know.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy can't catch a break.
I know.
I'm probably gonna catch some heat for saying that.
Come on, man. Who cares?
You know. Let's see. I'm watching my follower count drop as I say, like, who cares whose name's on
Hey,
it?
we're not allowed to disagree, man.
I know.
No.
You know, maybe they'd support Trump if it was $2,400 stimulus check instead of $1,200. Come on, Trump can afford an extra, to double it.
It needs to.
Yeah.
There's people out here broke right now.
Oh, I know. That's why everyone's leaving the state.
Yeah. One thing that was really cool though is that like where I live at,
Yeah.
I live like in a big complex.
Yeah.
They did this thing where like if you couldn't pay your rent for however many months, like due to this COVID thing, like you didn't have to pay it.
Aren't you gonna owe it later though?
No, like the government paid it for you. Like it
Oh,
was,
really?
Yeah,
I was never offered
I
anything
didn't
like
know
that.
that, and
Yeah.
I'm over here paying my rent. Like,
Yeah, what the
heck?
fuck? Why are you paying your rent?
I could have had like $12,000 saved
Yeah,
already.
no, I never heard of that. I didn't get offered that. I had to pay my rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. I was like, oh, thanks for letting me know after I paid my rent for 6 months.
Oh, tell them see if we can get a refund.
Yeah.
Tell them you're starving.
Yeah. Can I get my money back, please?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. Government doesn't do refunds. Like, they don't like that.
No, they don't.
But they'll definitely make sure to get all the cash out of you, though.
Yeah, or more, and then be like, hey, we made a mistake here.
Yeah.
Here's a couple $1,000 back.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
File for unemployment or something, man. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
World we live in.
It's crazy, man. So, hey, we'll wrap it up, dude. That was funny.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Where can people find you if they want to, holler at you and sign that DM or whatever?
I'm on Instagram, man.
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
Better Call Beast.
Better Call Beast.
Yeah. I'm
At
a part-time
Better Call-
comedian if you guys want to know too.
Are you really?
I make like funny videos and stuff. I think they're funny, you know?
I mean, you doing like stand up?
No, just
Hey, dude, I'd go to your
you
show,
know,
but you should do
funny little TikTok videos.
Are
Yeah.
you on TikTok? I just made a TikTok for the Power Crew, and
Did you?
yeah, because I know TikTok's really popular. You're not gonna catch me doing any dances on there or anything,
I
but
don't dance, but I'll make some funny ones, man.
yeah, apparently TikTok's more than just thirst traps.
Is it?
I thought it was just thirst traps, to be honest.
No clue.
Because I'm scrolling through the thing, I'm like, this is nothing but thirst traps.
Oh.
Have you ever looked through like?
I go on there and I see a few that I like, and I'll just like take the sound bite from it,
Yeah.
and just like make it
Yeah.
funny, whatever. But I don't really scroll through TikTok. Like,
Yeah, well, I downloaded it because I was like trying to see what it's all about. Because I was like, well, TikTok's a new thing,
yeah,
and I'm like, it's just a bunch of people dancing that are like, it's like I say that a thirst trap.
yeah,
It's thirst traps.
pretty much.
I can't participate in that. No, it's not my style,
Yeah,
All right, so TikTok video. What's your TikTok?
it's Better Call Beast.
Okay, I'll have to
Yep.
follow you, man.
Same thing, man.
Yeah.
I try to keep it keep it tight.
You'll see zero content on mine because I don't have anything yet. Hey, but I'm looking for people that want to make Power Crew TikToks doing dances with like the Power Crew emoji head. So, any of you guys out there are interested,
Hey,
hit me up.
sign me up.
All right, this guy will do a comedy sketch. All right, man. Good talking to you.
Awesome,
Thank you
man.
for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.